Let me tell you a little story about, we're going to go into a lot of different things, guys. I want you guys to think of some questions. But we're going to break these 2 segments. We got like an half, 2 hours, something like that. Someone's going to cue me, but we're going to go like half and half. Whatever you guys want me to do. You want me to come here and dance for 4 hours, I'll do that. But I want to hear your questions and really get into your mindsets and whatever your things are. I'm talking to you guys about what I think is the most valuable asset in the world, is this mindset we got. That's all that matters. Without that, I might give you, I don't know how many examples in my life where I failed because I wasn't mentally right. Physically, no one could touch me on a stat book. I wasn't right mentally, man. So it didn't even matter. And that asset, I love about the gym. Because in the gym, we really get to hone in on it. You know, in the gym is where non-subjective, everyone knows what that word means, non-subjective, no one can give it to you or take it away. The world we live in, the corporate world, you know, your career is very subjective. Best doesn't always finish first. But in the gym, hard work finishes first. Non-subjective. What you put in is what you get out. The more you put in, the more you get out. And as you go there, you start to build these things called character blocks. These things called integrity, honor, due diligence, sacrifice, work ethic, sweat equity. What are those things? They're tested, tried and true, perishable items. You can't go buy them at Walmart, you know. No one can give it to you, but every motherfucker can earn them if they want them. And if you earn them, they will stand and weather the test of time of all theaters of life and remain true as weapons you can use to fight back adversities in life. We learn them in the gym. And as we train them and practice them, like getting up at 5:30 in the morning, staying true to our module, not going out on Saturday night because we have work to do. We put our name to something, we have to see it through. Our words count for something, they're not hollow. We back the fuckers up with action. That's who we are. So we do this. Everyone else is partying. Greg, come party with us, man. Come on out. What's up with the gym, man? What's up with the gym? Meathead, what are you doing, man? I give you your names and everything else. Yeah, okay, I remember that. Check. I got that noted. Got that noted. Phil, yeah, I got that noted. Okay. So you keep on doing your thing. Month passes. 2 months pass. You start looking in the mirror, and you're like, damn. Look at that. Your neighbor comes up to you. Oh, you're looking big, or you lost some weight, or this or that. And you heard the neighbor loud and clear, but you're like, I'm sorry, what you said? Because you want to hear it again. You know? And all of a sudden, just like when I was a kid, the hard work is paying off. You're building something. And then later, all your friends are like, hey, Greg, teach us what you're doing. Or the 360 that is. And you look in the mirror, you're like, that's right, motherfucker, that's who it is, right there, look at that. Just transform my body from A to B, but what we really transform in this non-subjective of the gym is our mindset, our confidence, our ability that if we try and true any of these theories and anything outside of the gym in all theaters of life, the subjective world, we will find success in that too. Because success is a blueprint that you can create over any opportunity of any theater and run true. It holds weight in corporate world, from Melvin the CEO, in relationships. To find somebody, meet somebody, respect them, love them, to grow into a family, to be the father to your kids or the mother to your kids. You know, and be a role model to your community. All that stuff is the same thing we learn in the gym. And it builds this mindset. And that's what I love to talk about. I love to talk about the fear, what depression really is. All of them are both very, very positive. That's my biggest asset in the gym, guys. That's why I go. Some people go to the couch. The shrink, they sit on that black couch, cross their hands and kumbaya and some stranger and got a box of Kleenex and they cry a few out and stuff. You know, I go to the gym, I sweat it out. You know, that's my therapy. I've never gone to the gym to improve my physique. I've gone to the gym to pull the drain on a very full sink of stress. Let it drain out. Gather my thoughts. Because it's weird, you come back from work and you're totally exhausted. You know, you got no energy, the boss is on your ass, the wife's on your ass, and everything else. You know, the last thing you want to do is go to the gym and work out, right? You don't have any energy. But for some reason you do. Let's say 2 scenarios. One time you don't, the other time you do, okay? So you come home, all these problems, and you're like, dude, I'm too beat, I'm just going to sit on the couch and just watch a reality show. You know, the Real Housewives of Fuck You, USA. And that makes you feel good because you're like, wow, my life isn't that bad. You know, that's all that is. And that's a bad litmus test. It's very easy to look down and say, well, it could be worse. But you know what? It could be better. Why are we holding ourselves so shallow? You know, I don't understand that. So we sit there on that couch, and after the hour and a half of the crappy reality show, by the way, I'm filming a reality show right now, so comes out in February, and it's a very good reality show. With a little bit of crap sprinkled over top. Maybe a lot. Anyway, so you watch the show, right? And at the end of it, you're still tired. You still have the same problems, same issues. You feel a little more pathetic. Maybe you ate like a thing of Ben & Jerry's ice cream while you watch this. You know, you just feel like, ugh. Right? The other scenario, you get off, you go to the gym for an hour. You defy Newton's third law, which is that energy is never lost or transferred. You just expelled energy, but somehow you gained energy. It's bizarre. All these problems in your head with the boss, the reports, the spreadsheet you have to do, the kids' school grades, everything else, you're thinking about them as you're lifting. You know, and your mind's positive and charged. So you're thinking about your son, Colin, you know, he's hurting right there. And you lift and you start thinking about when you were in school, what you did, how your dad helped you. Oh, hey, I got a solution. I can't wait to tell Colin about that. When I get home, I'm feeling good. I'm just going to grab my wife and just give her a kiss and say, you know what, better days are coming, but I got your back. You know, I'm going to call my boss tomorrow morning, you know, and just fucking shove up his ass. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to do whatever it is. But right now, I'm finding solutions to the problems. And I went to the gym, and my body's better in shape. And, you know, God, it's just a way of success. Or I could have thrown in the towel. Laid on the couch, man, I deserve to, man. It's been a long day, everything's wrong. That's depression, man. That's a negative cancer. It can't heal itself. It's going to come every day. And when I say you're on the right path and things start happening wrong, those days are going to get multiplied all over the place. And you're like, man, I'm doing everything right, I'm sacrificing, and look how much crap happened to me, man. The world's not fair. It's never supposed to be fair. All that crap that's coming down on you is supposed to be that way, because you're about to knock on the door of legacy. It's in your grasp. Every single hero you guys have. And one day was crying, ready to throw in the towel. Somebody, you know, helped him. Somebody supported him. I've been down and out, I don't know how many times. I thank God. Either someone helped me or something happened, so I grabbed the intestinal fortitude and stood back up that day. Because that's given me the strength to achieve things. And each achievement, I learn more about myself. I strengthen myself. Because guess what? The greatest test is yet to come. I believe that. I'm training, remastering it, because I want that opportunity to explode into a celebration. I don't want to think, oh my God, is it ever going to come back again? All that shit is fucking stupid. It's built me somewhere. I'm trying to get somewhere else. Because when we run out of the challenge of life, then we just ran out of the will of life. If we're not challenged every single day, guys, we fall into a very sedative state. You know, life becomes very comfortable. And some people like that. Some people are like, man, I work hard so I can retire. I'm going to work hard, make my money, so then I get my beard cut and just, you know, watch movies all day. Ooh, what successful person do you know kicks ass and then one day just turns the lights off? No one does that. Because the thing about success and hard work, it pays off for the greatest high. Like I said before, some shoot it, some snort it, I sweat for it, I work for it basically. Greatest payoff. And once you start to taste that, once you understand that in the non-subjective part of the gym, we train these assets that make a difference in our body, also make a difference in our lives. Once we start to learn this stuff, then all of a sudden we have this invincibility that we can use it to manipulate any situation, a problem, to our advantage. We'll never stop. There's no ball and chain on us. We are running our own show. The day is not running us. We're running that motherfucker. We're in charge. You want to pick it up? No problem. You can just pump it into fifth gear. Keep going. We have the ability to do that. You can't buy that, guys. You've got to fail over and over again to find that. You got to get knocked on your ass and get back up to find that. You've got to lose everything that you value to have a clean canvas to find that. You guys are, you know, your assets might be that, you know, you're popular and everything, right? can't lose that, man. I gotta go with the popularity grain, you know? Because this is too good to lose. What I have, I can't lose. If you can't lose it, you can't grow from it. That's a ball and chain. You gotta set your own trends. Trendsetter. You're not following the damn things. All that stuff is just, it's a drug that, man, I'll make billions if I know how to bottle it. But it comes at a high cost. It's such a valuable cost. You guys are good at the gym. Everybody is in shape. I know that you guys are, you know, what's that hour worth to you? What else can you do in an hour a day? What else can you do that provides so much return of investment? What else? Not only to yourself, but the camaraderie of your training partner, other people associating around, positive go-getters. I always say champions that come in pairs of two because they battle themselves to perfection. You start to surround yourself with people of the same mindset, going places. You're supporting them, they're supporting you. Together, you're stronger than any individual could ever be. The world is yours. By the way, you don't get to live here forever. You're a blink of an eye here. Death's on its way. Are you going to be ready for that? Because last I looked, guys, death is the only thing you get to do once. The only thing you get to do once. Are you going to do it right? You're going to live your life just trying to preserve life, preserve the inevitable, play it safe, while alive, but who's going to live it? There's a kid, man. You guys, and so somebody can cut me off or whenever you want to, but let me tell you what's really, you know, when you're having a tough day, and you're like, man, how do I go on, man? Where's my drive, my motivation, man? I challenge you to go to that cancer wing, man, your local hospital. See that kid, you know, terminal brain cancer? The one I saw, this was when I was in New York. He loved that old school game, Atari. Yeah, it's like a little triangle, and it's real old. I mean, it's like, you know, I don't know. I mean, I could probably invent this, you know, the game, you know, but Call of Duty, I mean, that's like a whole 3D epic center, but this is just a little like, and you hit these little things that fall, I mean, whatever. This kid was good at it, too. Anyway, so I went there, we played it, and, you know, we had some time and stuff, I got to know the guy, and, I'm competitive. I don't give a shit if the guy got cancer or not, I'm gonna beat him. Because I'm not doing him any justice if I sugarcoat it, you know? I'm not trying to be a dick, man. But, you know, if you're going to beat me, you're going to earn that shit, and it's really valuable. So, you know, I'm going to kick this kid's ass, you know. I let him win a little bit, but then I'm going to come back. I couldn't. The guy was better than me. I had to go to like 8 stores, like antique stores, to find this game, so I could go home and practice it. So I want to come back in a vengeance, you know. So I did. I went and found the damn game. I put it up. I got the 70-inch screen. You know, I can really see it all, man. I got the unfair advantage. So anyway, I go there. I start training with him again. I say training, but that's what it was, man. It's a competition. The kid's sitting there alone. You know, the priest is coming there giving him his last rites. I'm sitting there trying to beat him. What an asshole. So I went there and you know, we're talking, and at 11 o'clock they kick you out, you know, because visiting hours are done and they have to get their sleep and stuff. And I'm like, all right, bro, I'll see you tomorrow. And by the way, I picked up the game. Yeah, so when you lights out, can't play, I'm gonna be playing. I'm gonna be training. I'm gonna be getting ahead. I'm gonna come back tomorrow and kick your ass. And he's like, no, I'm gonna be playing tonight too. I go, no, you're not allowed to. He goes, yeah, I play every night at nighttime. I go, that's bullshit. I grab the nurse, I go, he's playing at nighttime. He's playing, I thought lights out. No, you're gonna have to take the system away. The kid's cheating in here. No, the kid's dying in there. What a dick. He goes, no, Gray, I play in my head. I go, what's that mean? He goes, I shoot the... He goes, I shoot the cancer in my head, nighttime. And man, fucking floored me. I knew what he meant right away. I lived in New York, was that 12 years ago? He had 6 months to live. He just turned 22. Don't tell me the mind isn't the strongest muscle we got. There's nothing medicine can do. I was in there when the priest read his last rites. He would never see his teenage years. Motherfucker out the bars drinking, picking up women right now. All because of a turtle. Asteroids. I learned so much from people that are so much better than me. He's one of them. You know, people like, hey man, you know, congratulations, you've done good, you've done good. I'm like, I'm just a shell of so many people better than me. From my parents, my sister, my competition, my enemies, my coaches, teachers, all these people that gave a shit about me for a moment, that challenged me. And, you know, when I was down, you know, there's people that lend a hand to get me back up. I try to pay it forward. And that's a good life, man. You know, fly back to LA on Monday. If that plane goes down, everyone's freaking out. I'll be the only guy being like, it's all good. It's cool. I appreciate the time I was given. The best I could. Time I had. Ability to do it. I don't know how much more time I got. So I try to live on something that, and I can't take any of it with me. I really can't. You know, maybe I can get the memories, but the possessions, the houses, all this egotistical shit we all go to school for and we're trained for. Get the big car, you know, get the Ferrari, drive around top down, because our dick's only this big and doesn't work so well, so we need a car to make up for that. You know, we can't take any of that, guys. Don't think I don't take that moment in the hospital. I'll give you one more moment. This is when I was in high school. So to graduate high school, we had to do community service. We had to do 20 hours community service before we graduate. It's part of the program of giving back, and you know, the school thought we learned something. But anyway, I didn't do it yet. I didn't have time. I was playing 3 sports. You know, I didn't have time to go give community stuff back, and I didn't know what that was. Anyway, so coming up from spring break, the teachers forced me to stay away, stay home for spring break. I wanted to go to Cancun and, you know, live it up, man. All my buddies were going there. I was forced to stay home, you know, and I had to go to St. Joseph Medical Hospital and be a counselor for the sports camp for all the handicapped children. And I'm like, well, this is sports, man. I guess I'll just make the most of it. 8 in the morning, I'm supposed to be there at 8 o'clock. I'm in the car, it's raining, I'm trying to get there. You know, I pull in, you know, I'm running late. What do I do? I park in the handicap spot. Fuck it, right? Running late, park in the handicap spot. Get out, go in there, and they pair us up. So they line up all the retards, in my mind what they were, all these retards on one side of the gymnasium, and then all the counselors. And they're like, you're going to pair up with them for the week. And I'm looking at them all, I'm like, all right, that one's missing legs and stuff. Hope I don't get that guy. That one's in the wheelchair. No, that one's got like oxygen. That's going to be a pain. This guy looks pretty fucking normal. Hey, I'll take my man right here. And so I got paired with him. His name was Cody, cool guy. Little guy. But he was 11 years old at the time. He had MS. I didn't know what that really meant, and he had a really severe case of it. So severe that most likely he would never live to his teenage years. I got a week with him. So I'm playing ball with him in basketball, all these sports, and we go swimming, and he's really scared of swimming. It really freaks him out, the swimming thing. I mean, he's holding on to me, and he's crying and everything else. It's huge fear. I don't know what it was about him at a young age for me too, to see a child like latch onto you for help. For some reason, it just changed something in me. And so I started really give a shit. You know, besides just caring about myself. And I asked his parents when they came to pick him up at 4 o'clock, I go, hey, what's he got? And, you know, trying to learn something. I went home that night and researched it. I saw the severity of how bad this was. The next day, I got there an hour early, did not park in the handicap spot. Stayed with him. Asked his parents if I could take him out afterwards. I returned him home. I took him bass fishing at the local pond, setting the worm and seeing him, that joy of catching his first fish. And I just sat there and I just memorized on how much this guy had no point. He wasn't angry with the world. He didn't have any regret. He wasn't sorry for himself. I mean, he was just living the moment. I mean, it was so beautiful. And then I took him golfing. We played air hockey. We did all these things. We went on the super slow soft pitch. He struck out every time, man. But he swung. He laughed. So as the week was closing out, they had the Olympics, Special Olympics there, and everyone competes and everything else. And Cody and I, we were doing a lot of work and stuff on in the pool and whatnot. And he started to kind of get a little comfortable. He wasn't quite there yet. And I remember the last day, sure enough, kind of like deja vu, day one, I'm running late. And I got to be there because the swimming thing's like the first event. And I'm just feeling terrible that I'm running late, And I pull in, and there's that handicap spot. Just can't park it, man. Go around the back, find a spot, run it in, and as I get there, he's already in the water. I wasn't there for him. He's already swimming, but he's swimming on his own. And he hits the wall, and he comes back around. I mean, dead last, but he's swimming. And he hits the wall and returns, and I'm right there, and I was so excited. I remember just jumping in and holding him, and I'm like, my God, man, you can do anything. Just a week ago, you couldn't do this. Look how far you've come. You can do anything you want in your life. What do you want to be when you get older? He goes, I want to be you. Fucking man. I go, you're so much better than me, man. Don't be an asshole like I am. I learned more from that kid in that week than I could ever imagine. He lived a life in his time that I saw that most don't live in decades. Shortly after that, I graduated, went to West Point, military academy, and it's really strenuous, You got basically 50 hours of work to do in a 24-hour period, and sleeping is not even part of that. I remember I was stressed out, and I was like, I got all this work to do, and I had to study for these tests, and I got some mail, and so I took a break from the study and everything else, and I opened up some mail, and one came from Cody's parents. I opened it up, and there was a picture of him, and I turned it over, and it had his birth date, and then when he died. Nice letter on how much he enjoyed our relationship and our friendship. I took a moment there, I recapped it, put the letter down, and then I got to work studying. I started studying, man. I started saying, I'm tired of feeling sorry for myself, man. This guy here, my hero, let me live his life forward. Let me burn the midnight oil right now so I never stay awake in the midnight hours wondering what could have been. These are my heroes, man. This is what I learned from. And I try to apply it with things I've been doing and stuff in different theaters. I'm no asset. I don't have any special skills. There's people in here a lot better than me, in all theaters probably. I think one of my abilities is that I'm a fear chaser. I like to discover my fears. And once I discover them, I try to beat them. Because they're really small, they're self-imposed. You create them, you can destroy them. They're intangibles. They're parasites feeding off you, the host. They can't live on their own. You have to give birth to them. When I find these fears, look at most people's lives, what they do is that a fear will be right here, and this is where they want to go. Because that fear's there, they'll start to turn themselves this way. And next thing you know, their life, instead of going this way to success, it goes to that. Because they're running from the fear their whole entire life, instead of facing that fear. If you face that fear, right behind that fear, it feels the person you always want to be. Back to Newton's law, energy is never lost but transferred. That fear is a negative energy source. How does it live? It feeds off your confidence. So the stronger it gets, the weaker your confidence gets, the balance scale. To a point you can go into a self-paralysis state that you don't even know your own name, you don't even know how to walk. You can get that bad. that bad, suicidal bad, end your life bad. That's how bad it can get. The thing about fear is that it's never strong at first. When it enters your body, that's when it's at its weakest state. It's the easiest way to kill it. There's a story some of you guys might know on the website, but I like to do some crazy things. Like, it's not like I'm a adrenaline junkie or something else, but I like skydiving and bungee jumping. I like the thrill of things. And it's not that I'm trying to kill myself or throw caution to the wind. I trained skydiving for years. So when I'm jumping out, I'm proficient. I know how to do emergency procedures. I know how to do this stuff. I'm not, there's no guesswork, man. It's a trained philosophy to it. I've had all kind of malfunctions when my chute didn't open before. What do? Emergency procedures, pull your reserve, cut your main away. Still walking, still going for it, bungee jumping the same way. Everyone thinks it's cool though. There's one chick, I won't say her name, she wanted to go bungee jumping with us. She's a little cocky fuck too. She always talking a lot, She's a good looking girl, but it's the jaw jabbing, she's all confidence. Anyone that talks the game usually doesn't have the game. Kind of like success. If you have to talk about success, it probably isn't worth talking about. It should speak for itself in a true state. So these people that have this loud mouth, it's really just trying to impress you to fill the void of what they're really lacking, so to speak. So anyway, we wanted to go bungee jumping. She's like, I'm going to go with you. I'm like, cool, let's go. So we go up to the place, about a 5-mile hike up to this bridge, and the bridge overlooks a ravine with this big rock, about 200 feet drop. And that boulder, the big, it's looking back at you, she's like, come on down. And the whole way up, she's talking, oh yeah, I'm gonna kill it, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do a backflip off of it, yeah, maybe I'll just jump like this, maybe I'll jump like this, and yeah, I can't wait to do this. And I'm like, yeah, cool, all right. I'm like, maybe this girl's got a bigger set of nuts than I do, I don't know, but the first time I went off, I was like, wait a second here. Whew. Yep, that's air, nothing to hold on to. I was a little worried, but she was just like, I can't wait to throw myself off of it. So we go up to the bridge, and so she walks up there, and then it's that moment you gotta walk over to the edge, That's where, you get to see the truth of life. But she walks over the edge like this, and she looks over, and all of a sudden, she starts to hold on, man. She's getting real freaked out, and she comes down, man. She comes down to that fetal position, and she starts crawling back like this. She's breathing heavy. I'm like, you doing okay? You doing okay? Yeah. I'm good. Yeah, just, catch your breath, the hike was pretty intense. I'm like, how about that, everything look okay on the other side? Oh yeah, good. All right, cool, well, I'll go first, and then, when you're ready, you'll go. So we jump a few times and stuff, and it's her time. So, she's kind of caught in the middle here. Because she said she's going to do it. And all of a sudden, time to do it, she doesn't want to do it. She wants to back out any way she can, but she's got an ego, she's got a pride, she's got a name on the line. What am I going to do? I wish no one was around. I wish I didn't say I was going to do this, because then I could be out of here. That's why it's so important when you guys come up with a goal, that you tell the world your goal. Keeps you honest, keeps you accountable to it. You can't just back out when things get tough, because her name's on the line. Pushes you through it. Now she's forced to do this. Or not. You can always stop, you can always quit. It's always another day maybe, but maybe this is the opportunity marching by saying, join us, or not. Who knows who's going to come again? So she straps on the bungees and everything else. Puts her foot over top the railing, and on the other side of the railing, about a half-inch piece of metal, that's all it is. And it's that 200 feet from the bridge. And I remember she said she's going to launch off this thing. She's going to go like this and do all this. And yeah, she ain't doing much right now. She's holding onto that bridge like it's grandma. I mean, she's got the death grip on it. And I'm sitting over here, I'm like, nah, I'll talk. And I thought she was really cute too. I mean, I was kind of into her, man. I was like, man, this might be Mrs. Plitt. And all this talk and look at this, no walk. She just turned ugly real fast on me, Because that's a shell person. She's never tested the inside of the poor person. Not until today. It's not true colors. Everyone can talk the game, But who's going to walk it? When it's time to walk, Some people run it. So anyway, she's sitting there all just locked on like a master lock, you know. You need a 10-digit code to unlock that thing, and she ain't gonna give it up. So the instructors are trying to talk to her. They've seen this a lot. They're masters at this. They're like, all right, we're trying to get some confidence. We're gonna talk her out of it. Other people have done this. Don't worry, nothing to fear. We've never had an accident, 20-some years. So she goes to stand up a little bit. I mean, she's just. I mean, it's like a workout, man. I mean, she's shaking so much. She's burning 1,000 calories a minute here. I mean, she just, I just see the weight is dropping off. She has fear in her eyes, and the instructor's like, all right, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Get everybody pumped up, go. Fuck no, man. She just locks back on, man. She can't go. Instructor, to the point the instructors give up. Like, all right, come on back over. And she's like, oh, thank you so much. Thank you for what? Thank you for robbing herself of what it could be. Because now, guess what? That fear exists. Right then, at that stage, was the weakest point it ever would be. And she just came back over and allowed it to live. Her confidence, all that talk started to drop down because it started to gain strength. Don't think her next endeavor in her future, she might not talk so much about it. Maybe she doesn't even sign up for it because in her heart of hearts, she's still thinking about that. She doesn't want to go through the embarrassment of that. Don't tell me that this little thing she's thinking that for pulling her over doesn't rob her of being the woman she knew she'd always be. Now all of a sudden, instead of looking to be, legendary status, she's thinking second place is suitable. And she's thanking him for this. I'm sitting back here, I'm like, oh, fuck that. I come running, man. I come back up here and go, deck that bitch right off the bridge. She goes back, and one of the most horrific, screeching, scary noises I've ever heard. To the point, like, I'm thinking, oh shit, I did the wrong thing. Like Warner Brothers, Hollywood movies, they do a scare tactic. They should have recorded this. They wouldn't even need a video. Just play that in a dark theater. People would run. It was that scary. I mean, it's like the devil's coming outside of her. And she's coming down. It's like, she comes down. Says, hi, Rock, how you doing? Doesn't touch it. Comes back up. Singing a different tune. Joy, like a kid on Christmas or something. Like she just got kissed the first time, holding her newborn baby. Just like, yeah, life is alive. Transfer of energy, fear just died. What came back? When the energy's gone, what comes back? More confidence in the individual. She is just like, you think she talked a lot on the way up? That 5-mile hike, I need earplugs for. I'm like, God damn, this girl just keeps on talking. She's like, I'm gonna do this next. I think I might write a book now. I'm like, oh, God. You know what I mean? What would have happened if she didn't go? She write a book? Probably not. What would have happened? There's an opportunity, there's a choice right there to do. She just saw a bunch of people jump. They can hold it for 5,000 pounds. She ain't that fat, right? What is the thing? She's not going to die. She's not even going to injure herself. The only way she can get injured is by not committing to it. Hesitation. It's hesitation on the bridge. If you do a half-ass launch, you can come down and hit your head on the thing. You could injure yourself that way. It's like the running back going to the hole, hesitating. Or you're going to fire off. Go after your fear. I don't know. But otherwise, the only way she gets injured is in her spirit, her code of conduct, her mission statement of who she is, and her future endeavors that are being robbed right now. That's the only way she really gets injured. But she wouldn't do it, Fear, self-paralysis, in her head creates it. Speaking of scary movies, I don't watch them, by the way. I hate them. I'm like a little pussy, man. I just don't like them. Because I stay up late at night working, man. I burn the midnight oil a lot. And I got a yard and dogs, and I got these bushes and shit, and I'll be working on the computer editing something, right? And I'll hear something, and I'll look outside, and I know it's just a bush or a tree, but I'll see something in it. I saw a few, this one girl I was dating, I went to a few horror flicks, and it just scares the shit out of me. There was one night, man, laying in bed, and I heard this like squeaky noise. It was coming from like the second floor of my house, and you heard this like someone's walking. My dogs even hear it, and and they go, I'm like, come on, the pit bulls. I'm like, fucking protect, man, what are you doing? Earn your keep here, free ride, get the fuck, this is your time, man, be the champion, go get them, go. I'm like, I grab a ball, I'm like, go get it, fetch. There you go, I was like, all right, thanks, all right. I didn't know what it was, man. It was probably in my head, but I didn't know. I ran and grabbed my gun. I walked out butt-ass naked in my house. I'm looking at, I hear it, 3:30 in the morning. I hear it. I think it's somebody walking. I go, fuck that. I go, 3 rounds, middle of the night, through it, right through my house, through the roof and everything else. I go upstairs, ain't nothing up there. What did I do the next day? Repaired holes. All because I went to a horror flick. I don't need that stuff. And then I paid $10 for that too? No, I won't do that. Well, what is that, man? That fear didn't exist. I work outside all the time in the night. I like doing woodworking. I'm right by the bushes. No problem. If I look at the bushes, I'm looking at maybe I need to water them, I'm not seeing Godzilla in there. But all of a sudden, I watch that horror flick. What happens is the mindset is so strong, it creates an enemy in the bushes. That's how strong it is. And when you can control it in the non-subjective nature of the gym, that strength is also a positive high. You can control that too. When I say that the universe unconditionally accepts this as truth, who gives a shit? How do you see it? That's stronger than anything else. That's that phone call that comes in that gives you the power. How fast it can change. Her jumping off the bridge and horror, the devil's coming out, they're coming back up and saying, fuck yeah, live a life. Perceptions, guys.